Let's do this.
I'm sure that no matter how old you are, you've heard the iconic,
"I've fallen and I can't get up."
Yep, it's so popular, it's actually a registered trademark of the Life Alert Company. Here's a little bit more trivia for you. Did you know that in the original commercial, the very next line is the call taker responding?
"We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher."
Yep, that's an actual fact and a bit of good bar trivia question for you. Today, we're going to be pushing a few other buttons and exploring the chaotic charm of panic alarms. That's coming up right here on TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm an EMP and I'm the Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I bring you the latest, most informative, and sometimes a bit controversial takes on emergency communications. You guessed it, today we're tackling panic button pandemonium, because hitting the button should always get the right reaction. The classic panic button. Simple, effective, but often misunderstood and misused. But let's face it, panic buttons can bring a false sense of security, like thinking that your tiny fire extinguisher is going to battle a erupting volcano in your kitchen. Buttons on key fobs aren't magical. They're just a signaling device. Their effectiveness entirely depends on how they're deployed, who gets alerted, and how those alerts are managed. Think of panic buttons like pizza toppings. Everyone has their preference. Silent pepperoni, blaring pineapple alarms, or multi-purpose supreme buttons that nobody knows how to handle. And yes, choosing the wrong configuration can indeed create a panic pizza pandemonium. In a bank heist, you wouldn't want to announce to the robbers,
"Thank you for tripping the First National Bank silent alarm. Please wait quietly for police to arrive and enjoy your last few moments of freedom."
No, these buttons are subtle, designed to quietly assemble law enforcement outside. Conversely, in an active shooter scenario, some advocate for loud alarms, aiming to spook the assailant.
Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. Take cover immediately.
It's like deciding between sending a polite eviction notice or setting off fireworks in the hallway. Both might clear the area, but the consequences differ drastically. Next up, single purpose or multi-purpose. While multi-purpose buttons may sound smart, like your Swiss Army knife, but let's get real. No one can remember if 3 quick taps mean medical emergency or there's a fire. In most cases, simplicity often wins the day. Then there's the dilemma, who gets the memo? Should panic buttons alert internal security first or directly hit 911? One adds verification delays, while the other risks false alarms from accidental activations. Speaking of pocket dials, the smartphone app option, while trendy and multimedia rich, demands the user to consciously navigate past Instagram and TikTok to activate it, which can be a literal pain during real emergencies. Ultimately, choosing your panic button strategy is like picking a car. Sure, a sporty 2-seater looks sleek today, but tomorrow you might need space for the kids, dogs, and that occasional impulse buy at Costco. Flexibility matters. And luckily, software-driven panic button solutions, backed by intelligent workflows from 911 Inform, come loaded with open, adaptable APIs. And that fits nicely into the evolving landscape of next-generation 911 and public safety. Strobe lights, wayfinding, in-building paging, multi-line telephone system activations, cellular telephone geofencing, as well as integration with all the new tech like license plate readers, facial recognition, and millimeter wave detection technology able to spot weapons under clothing at great distances. Basically, if it barks, screams, or makes noise, 911 Inform can bring it into that common, single pane of glass emergency command and control dashboard. Available to internal security as well as public safety first responders. So in conclusion, panic button planning shouldn't be taken lightly or solely left to the intern who hasn't quite mastered the coffee maker. Gather diverse input. Get it from security, potential users, and anyone that'll be impacted. Be sure to choose solutions that adapt to the future needs, because the only panic that you want should be in the name, not the actual response. That wraps up today's episode of TiPS, Today in Public Safety. Thanks so much for listening. For more updates and insights, remember to follow me on most social media platforms at Fletch911. And don't forget to visit 911tips.com for a complete archive of all of our previous episodes. Stay safe, thanks so much for listening, and if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every day. This is Fletch. I'll catch you next time. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG 911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good. TiPS is brought to you by 911 Inform, the leading next-generation 911 solution for enterprise compliance with federal 911 regulations. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. 911 Inform, making every second count when it matters the most.